Greetings and welcome back. We are playing Distant World Shadows. So last episode we basically just got going. So I think we'll just hit the space bar and let things progress a bit more. And we have one exploration ship coming up now. That'll be a minute before it's finished. And then the first thing I do is send them out here to get that ship. I might go buy these at the time too and just see what's on those. But we have to wait for that to build first. Oh, and I just realized in episode 0 where I was setting up the game and everything, I said I picked a 10 by 10 sector because I had a reason, and then I said I'll talk about it later, and then I kind of forgot to talk about it. So the reason I picked a 10 by 10 sector is I wanted the stuff spread out more. Debris fields and planet destroyers and everything. And I think that was the problem with the last game when the one pirate faction ended up with both of them is I think I was running a 6 by 6 sector or something. And everything was pretty packed in, pretty close. I mean, that pirate was around the 2 planet destroyers, had a couple of debris fields. So I figured I'd just spread it out more, and that's the reason I picked a 10 by 10 sector count. Okay, starship constructed. We have constructed our first starship, the Bootlegger of Caspalia. Okay, so that must have been the construction ship. That's weird. It's usually the explorer that's done first. Okay, that's fine. Maybe what I'll get him to do is start heading up here to repair this then. And then by the time the other constructor's done, I should have the some other stuff explored at that point. So let's just grab our explorer, which just finished. And we are going to come here. So let's just right click and move to. Alright, somebody tell me how you pronounce that. I mean, seriously. And we have a research base constructed. So that's one of the research bases we had queued up. So constructing a research station gives huge bonus to our research efforts. And a new scientist has also appeared at this new research station. Zandri Menkar. So let's just pause and go have a look at that. There's our scientist. He's an ultra genius, which increases the research output of our empire by 20%. Nice. And he's actually skilled in all 3 tech areas. I'm almost tempted to put him on the spaceport. He's on high tech right now. Let's just go have a look at that. Yeah, there it is. Your scientist increases the research output of your empire by 20%. So yeah, those 17s are now 20s. And there's the one research base that we've actually built. Okay, so, yeah, I'm kind of torn on what to do with him. Should I just leave him on the high-tech at the high-tech bonus? Or I could get an energy bonus as well. Oh, we'll leave him on the high-tech for now. We could flip him around, too, if we want. We can throw him on the energy station later if we want and get a bonus on the energy. Okay, so we got a new scientist. And we'll see what's on here. Hopefully a good source of silicon. Well, it's not a really good source, 33%, and then 29% Danthifer, but I'll probably mine it anyways. I wonder if I should swing by this way and maybe grab these on the way by. I think I will. So maybe I'll just move there. Okay. And we've encountered a lone trader. It does not appear to be a hostile pirate, but rather an independent space trader. So could there be other ships like this? Most definitely. Okay, so he's moving there. So I'm going to right-click the next planet and go down to Q next mission. Move to Q next mission, and finally end up here. That's off the screen, I know. There. So I just basically queued up all these planets for exploration. So he's going to come down. If we click on him, we'll see he has 3 queued missions. If you want to see what the missions are, just double click the name of the ship and you'll see it here. Move to Star Scour, then next, next, and next. And I am going through some pretty basic stuff here. If you've watched my other playthroughs, you probably know most of this. So I'm just basically reiterating things for anybody new coming into the game. And we have a new ambassador, which we can't really use right now anyways. So the characters are coming in now. Yeah, we got ambassador up here now, but we can't really put him anywhere until we discover where another a race lives. Okay, and there's our other construction ship. So I still don't know about any fuel. What do we got for gas giant? I get the feeling it's going to be this one. It's just a gut feeling. Just by the color. I know Kazlon does show up on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the construction ship that just got finished building. I'm going to right click on the planet. I'm going to build a gas mining station. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch him, and because he's got that resource profile sensor on him, I'll be able to tell what's on there before he starts building that space station. So if I find out that that's not the source of Kazlon, I can stop and go somewhere else. He's already got all the stuff he needs in his cargo hold to build that space station. So basically, when you build something, they go to your colony and they pick up all these resources. This is everything you need to build that research or that mining station. So we need all these resources to actually build it. So he goes to the planet, picks it up, and then goes and does the build. So if he's already got that on his in his cargo, then if we stop him from building that, we can just right click build here, and he'll just come down. He won't have to stop at the planet again. In fact, I'm just going to actually change his order to move to there. That way, if I get distracted on something else, I don't miss out on seeing what's under there before he starts. Okay, and he should be coming over to get that. So as soon as he gets in range, bloop, there we go. Abandoned ship acquired. We have investigated an abandoned frigate, propagation of Tebran, at frozen gas giant planet Tebran 6. Okay, so we can disassemble this and get a technology boost, or we can use this ship. So we're going to use it for now, and later on we'll disassemble it for the technology. And the ship also reveals some a beacon in sector G10. So let's just pause for a second. Go and have a look at sector G10. Where is G10? Way down here. Yeah, there it is there. So there's something in there. We don't know what it is. We'll have to come down and figure that out eventually. That's pretty far away, so we're going to be a while before we get there. Somebody else will get there before we will, I'm sure. Okay, so let's go grab this ship here, and we will move you to the homeworld. A little bit of extra added protection. Okay, and that explorer is done. So what's on that planet? I'm looking for Kazlon, and that's our fuel source, and there's none here. Ah, there's some there. So I just got to figure out what's on there. It's quite possible there's more than one source of Kazlon, and if there is, get them both, because the pirates are out there hunting for Kazlon right now as well. Kazlon, if there's any chromium in here, make that a priority. There might be chromium on this marshy swamp. Otherwise, the pirates will come in and grab it. So try and get it done as quickly as possible. Okay, so let's put this exploration ship back to work. And so we got that. I guess we'll just swing over this way. Oh, there's another gas giant. So maybe come over there. Yeah, I'm not used to playing in a small window like this, so because usually I like to sit with the whole solar system showing, but it doesn't usually have the green. It's usually like that. But it's just because I'm playing in such a small window that I get the green when I zoom out enough to see everything. Okay, so he's getting pretty close now. Okay, we approached a ruin. The storehouse of ancient knowledge has been discovered. In the ruins of the grand fortress of Tebran, we have found a store of scientific knowledge from a vanquished civilization. Though very hard to decipher, the store of knowledge has given us understanding enough to start the research project of warp field precursors. And that allows us hyperdrive technology. So if we just pause and come into science and go to energy and construction. I didn't show you this, but it was grayed out like this earlier because we had to unlock it through that event. So now that it's unlocked, we can queue it up. So basically we're going to build the shields, we're going to come down, get a little bit bigger ships, and then we're going to come back up and get the warp field precursors. Okay. Yeah, it was that construction ship I sent up here for that ship that unlocked that. That's the ruin there. And he is now repairing this destroyer. And while he's doing that, we get an ongoing bonus while repairing it. I'm not sure where this bonus is applied, though. No idea. Yeah, so you can see our scientist is on the high-tech station at 179 here. So he's bonusing that out pretty good. Now, I just want to see what happens if I put him on the spaceport. So 179, I'm just going to flip him over to the spaceport for a minute, just to have a look at something. Because he's got all three traits. Put him on a spaceport, it's got all three labs, that's what I'm thinking. So let's just try that. We'll give that a minute to kick in. And we'll come back and have another look. Okay. And there is Keslan here, so good. So we can just go ahead and build that. I'm out of money. Okay, so now that we're out of money, I've got my taxes cranked right back. Ooh, we're at almost 9 billion already. So now that we got a need for some money, we're just going to raise our taxes temporarily. And just going to check and make sure we're not unhappy about it. So we're still satisfied. So 40%. Only need to run this for a couple minutes to get some cash built up. Yeah, 82K already, and we're not even fully developed yet. Okay, is that exploration ship still going? No. I'm going to come back in and get him. I'll get him queued up with a few things maybe. Oh, he's just getting there. Okay, so we got that. Let's queue that next planet up. No Keslan there, okay. So get that one. And then maybe we'll come over and see what this rune reveals. Okay. Now, let's come back and have a look at our science. Oop. Okay, 179, and we went up to 160, and we went up to 148 by putting that scientist on the spaceport. Because you notice here, it's got all three labs, where this one only has one, which is where he was. So I'm going to leave him at the spaceport. Number one, he's better protected there. If you have your scientist out in like the high-tech facility and that gets clobbered, then you lose your scientist. So he's a bit more protected on the spaceport for sure. So that gives us a bonus across the board for all three areas. So that's good. And we have enough money now to get some stuff done. So let's go throw our taxes back to 0. And we will get this built. So build a gas mining station. At this point in the game, if the pirates come along and offer a colony location or an intriguing discovery, or you can take system maps if you want them, but in the early game, I just ignore these. It's not worth the money. We usually don't have that much cash kicking around anyway, so I usually just ignore them until later. The only thing I really look to the pirates for is contact with actual empires. Because you don't want to send your intelligence agents against pirates. It's very, very risky. And usually you end up losing your intelligence agent, then you have to wait forever to get another one. So I just sit on them until I learn of another empire, and then depending on who it is, I go after them. Okay, so we're 56% complete on our armor research and 57% complete on our shields. So once those two are done, I'll retrofit our spaceports and research stations. And at that point, I feel a little more secure about my homeworld. I feel like we can hold some stuff off at that point. Okay. So let's have a look at a couple other things. Let's have a look at science. Wow, we got 2 science locations. What's going on here? Why did one just pop up? Oh. We just found detailed maps of 7 surrounding systems, which probably includes our own. And that was from this rune we just approached. So let's... Yep, so we know our own system now. And I think there's... And there's chromium. Okay, so that has to be a priority. Chromium is quite rare, and it is actually fairly important. It's the thing you need to build energy collectors and some other stuff too. Actually, we can come in here and have a look. So you click on the resource, and this is all the things that you need chromium for. So absolutely every graviton beam, stealth cloak, hyperdrives, ion pulses, super lasers. So we need chromium for all this stuff. I'm just trying to see if there's any early game stuff here. Yeah, not a whole lot of early game stuff. So you can probably hold off on chromium for a little bit, but not very long. You see Shachter Firestorm is in this list. Ion cannons. So they're fairly early game technologies, epsilons. But whether you need them right away, probably not. But get the chromium anyways. Make sure you secure some sources of that. And a mining station constructed. And I'll get back to what I was doing here in a sec here. So that'd be pause. That would be the station that just got finished. Yep. Okay, so let's grab our construction ship. And let's go get this chromium. So we got fuel now, and now we'll get some chromium. Okay. So I get the feeling that exploration is finished. I don't think there's anything else to explore because we found that map. Yeah, I think it's all done now. So that kind of sucks. I was going to keep myself busy doing that, but I guess we're done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to automate this exploration ship. And he'll go around and probably look at some asteroids and that. So we won't need him for a little bit until we get some warp drives and get out of here. So what other systems do we get? Let's just pause here for a sec. Okay, so we learned all of that by hitting that one rune. Now there's a rune in here too. Ooh, look at resources. 11. Ooh, 11 planets and 10 moons right beside us. Nice. Well, we got lots of gas giants, so there's going to be some fuel in there for sure. Oh, and I see a low quality. So let's just have a look here. Yeah, just that one that's in our system. Okay, so let's go back here. I was in the middle of doing something when we got so rudely interrupted. Okay, so let's have a look here. These are research stations, so we can build actual research stations out here, just like the ones we have around our homeworld. But there's bonuses here. There's 24% bonus to energy research there. And there's 16% bonus to weapons research here. And we just discovered a high tech with 29%. So that's going to be the next step on getting our research numbers up, is to build one of each station there on all three of those. So that's coming up. We're not doing that right away, but that's coming up. And let's look at resort bases, or resort locations. We have our 2 rune sites. You can build resort bases at your rune sites and still get the tourism from it. And we also have one out here, 44% scenery bonus right there. Good. Ooh, that looks like a nice system again. 8 planets, 7 moons. And there's chromium in here too. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I just wanted to have a quick look at that stuff. Probably nothing there yet. Special locations, nope. Okay, so okay, getting close to getting our shields and armor. Let's have a look at our homeworld. Almost 11 billion. Okay, 11 billion. 30%. Wow. This place is going to grow quick. Okay, so we got some stuff done. You're refueling. Oh, okay, that's that frigate I found, just got it to homeworld. I was wondering what that was. Yeah, this guy here. And pirate just showed up. Menacing shipping. Yeah, that's the guys we have an agreement with. They have 9 ships. They're a smuggler. And I've tried to keep pirates in my back pocket. You know, just keep paying them all game. And I don't know. I don't think it's really worth it. I'll be just getting rid of this agreement here once we get some ships going. Wotanian Opal discovered. This is a luxury. And it was discovered at our home colony. So that's a luxury. That's going to increase happiness. Yep, there it is there. So Wotanian Opal, 43%. These percentages are mining rates, how fast the stuff will mine. Okay, what else do we need to look at here? So some research just got finished in transport systems. So we can now build passenger ships and troop transports. And maybe we'll go in and design the passenger ship right now because we get nagged about it later if we don't have one. So the easiest way to create a new ship is to copy as new. You can go new, add new, and then satisfy all the requirements and everything. But I just find it's just quicker just to grab an existing ship like this freighter and hit copy as new, and then just rename it. Change the type to passenger ship, and we'll change the graphic ever so slightly. Okay, so it says we need passenger storage, so that's this component right here. So we don't need the cargo storage on here anymore, so we'll take the 6 of those off and we'll add 6 passenger compartments. And because of the added ship size, we now need more support. So life support and hab module. And we'll hit save, and then we won't be nagged about that the next time we come in there. $12.5 billion. Wow. Growth is dropping a bit. Not sure why that's happening. I'm still happy with it. So constructor's there picking up some supplies. So he's taking off now. You can lock the view to the ship. That's what I just did there. Just hit the L key and it'll lock your view to the ship. But we won't watch it go over. Wow, 13 billion, almost 14. Okay, our scientists made a critical breakthrough while we're researching space construction, which means we have initiated a crash program, which is 3 times speed. Oh! And I was at like, oh man, I was just there getting it. We just got set back is what happened. How's that, eh? Research breakthrough, research failure, right back to back. Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay, that's our other research. Okay, so we got shields. And just before we were about to get armor, it was taken from us, pursuing the wrong path. And set back progress on this project to, whatever that percentage was, 19%. Oh. Okay, so we have shields. I guess we can put shields on our bases. I'd like to do shields and armor at the same time if I can. But I think what I'll do, I'm just going to pop into bases. And I'm going to manually upgrade. And I'm just going to throw some shields on it. Maybe just 2,000 for now. I like to keep the small spaceports fairly inexpensive, so I don't add too much extra to them. Only because I'm going to have a lot of them. Life support and hab, satisfy our warnings, and we'll just hit save. And I'm going to do the same thing with each of these research stations because they're parked around our homeworld there. So let's manually upgrade. And we will put 500 shields on that. Hab and life. Every time you expand your ship size, you usually need more support for it. Just quickly pop in and do that. And one more. Oop, why did I hit edit? Cancel. Manually upgrade. And save. And I think we'll do the same to the private bases as well. Okay, I'm going to go 600 shields on this one. Here's where you can look at all your stats for shields, armor, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to put 600 on this. And I'm also going to actually just see what hab modules consist of. So let's go to show component guide. Each hab module requires 3 steel and 2 polymer. So that's pretty inexpensive. So I'm just going to actually bring our boarding defense strength up by adding hab modules. So if you watch that number 78. If every one I add increases that number. And I usually go to the mid 200 somewhere is pretty good. So with 600 shields, it's going to take the pirate a minute to actually get through those in order to board it. And once they board it, they have 260 strength sitting there waiting for them. So we'll do that. Weaponry I'll worry about in a bit. I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Just want to get the shields on it and the protection against boarding. So 6 of those. 260 there, and we'll hit save. I'll be right back into this design shortly once we get armor, so I'm not going to concentrate on it too much, and there we go. So now, oops, we can select our spaceport and retrofit to a small Mark II, and we'll do the same thing with these research stations. I'm right-clicking to do that, by the way. Left-click to select, and then right-click to upgrade. Okay, so that'll get that done. That's coming pretty quick. There wasn't much to do there. And what was that? A recent critical... Oh, a new scientist. What's you looking like? Wow! Oh, what's her science at now? Okay. Okay, so we got more bonuses. I'm just going to leave them on the spaceport. Yeah, 2 scientists with the full array of bonuses. That's actually working out pretty good. We got quite a list going here now. And it looks like it cuts off there. Our leader is increasing high-tech research by 10%. My scientist is increasing research throughout our empire by 20%. Wow. Wow, that's nice numbers. I'm liking that. Very nice numbers. And how's Homeworld doing? 15 billion, still growing. 487 GDP value, 1588. That's going to be a nice plant. And then I got another one pretty close to it to settle yet. Okay, and it looks like we have a new troop general. Okay, well, we don't need him right now. It's just another character for us to work with. Okay. And our construction ship is done. So we now have chromium secured. And there's polymer with some luxuries. But I should get some steel going here. Okay, let's go into the planner. Okay, before I get going, I'm going to sort by type, by resource type. There's luxuries and strategics. So I'm going to sort with the strategics at the top. And as you can see, we have sources. We got one source of all these, but we don't have any sources of steel or lead or polymer. So we're going to have to make sure we get these numbers plumped up. So we're going to drop down to resource targets by galaxy priority. And we're going to sort by distance. So basically, everything in the green here is in our home system. So that's a whack of resources. That's actually, wow, that's actually pretty good. Unless they're all crappy. Not bad. Yeah, some of them are kind of crappy, but basically what you want to look for is at least, if you're looking at the rollover there, 68% and 84%, you want to make sure those two numbers add up to at least 120%. For instance, let's go back to this one. Yeah, see, what's that? 42, 62. So that's way below, but because we need the Danthifer, which is a luxury, and we need the silicon, I would mine that anyways, take the loss. It's a profit thing. So if you don't have the numbers, the 120%, then chances are you're spending more than you need to for that particular resource. But I like to get most of the stuff in my home system, regardless of cost. So I'll probably end up constructing a mining station on most of these, except for the lead and steel. Any of those low lead and steel I'll probably just leave alone. The mining ships, the private sector mining ships, will actually pick those up anyways. So what I'm looking for is steel. And if I can get steel, gold, and iridium, that would be perfect. So let's go do that. So I just click that button to assign that mission to that construction ship. Okay. So he'll take off and go do that. And I'm just going to pause here because I just noticed we're at 33 minutes. So I don't think there's much we need to look at before we take off for this episode. So I think we'll just call it to a close and carry on next time. So if you're still with me, thanks for joining me, and we'll catch you next time.